Hello my viewers and my subscribers, welcome to my channel and to my video today. Today my video is about this Evildea clown. He made a video about Ikenna. Then he asked if he actually speaks 10 languages. And now I will show you something what else he will say in the video here. He will talk about if Ikenna is a fraud or not. And what do you think he will say? I think people have been watching my channel. They know what this fucking liar will say. And here he wants to show the different languages, how good Ikenna can speak those languages. And of course he will just show some fake edited videos from Ikenna where he just practices a script and read a script and editing his videos. And then he will say if he's A1 or A2 or B1 or B2 or C1 or C2 when he's just editing and faking and practicing a script and memorizing a script and practicing the pronunciation. Then he put here Korean in A1, and then between A1 and A2 he put Dutch, and in A2 he put Chinese and Spanish, and then between A2 and B1 he put Russian. And he actually said that he thinks the Russian might be higher than that. And then he put in the B1, he put Japanese and also French. And then he put English in C2. He put them on different levels when there's a big chance that he cannot speak those languages at all or only know few words and few sentences. Ikenna and the other polyglot YouTubers, maybe they only know few words or few sentences in the different languages and they cannot speak the languages at all, not even at A1 level. They cannot speak them at all. Then this liar here will say that they are A1 or A2 or B1 or B2 or C1 or C2. In some languages they cannot speak, that they just memorize a script and practice a script and making some fake edited videos reading that script. But let's just take a look here at this.
I'm going to put it at an A1 level, but realistically it's probably pre-A1. Okay, so now for the final assessment. As you can see right here, this represents his languages probably at his peak. Each one of his languages at its individual peak. This probably does not represent his current ability in the languages. In fact, I am pretty sure for the vast majority of these languages, he no longer speaks and realistically cannot claim to speak because they've degraded to absolute nothingness. Now, this would have happened because he's been sick for a number of years, and additionally, he's been running a startup while sick, which, by the way, is pretty crazy. Now, I say that's crazy because I know when you run a startup, it becomes all-encompassing. It takes over your entire life. It becomes what you have to focus on, okay? Any bit of spare time, you focus on that because, you know, that's money lost type of thing. So language learning becomes secondary. So he is a businessman at this stage. He's not like a language learner. Maybe he does it as a hobby on the side, but it's definitely...
He's a scammer. He's a liar and a scammer, and you are also a liar supporting the liars and the scammers. But let's continue and listen here what he will say.
Not like in any form a serious obsession. The business is the obsession. So is the guy a fraud? Or was he a fraud? You know, because this is an interesting question, you know.
Listen to this. He will ask if Ikenna is a fraud or if he was a fraud. Then listen what he will say about this.
Hobby on the side, but it's definitely not like in any form a serious obsession. The business is...
Listen now. Now he will talk about if Ikenna is a fraud or not. Then listen very good what he will say.
The obsession. So is the guy a fraud? Or was he a fraud? You know, because this is an interesting question, you know, languages degrade over time if not maintained. Well, I would say at his peak, he was, at that time, he was dancing along the line of being a fraud. Really?
Dancing along the line. Ha ha ha! He was a very, very big scammer, very, very big fraud. Not only he was a scammer and a fraud, until now he's still a liar and a scammer and a fraud. Even now, he's a liar and a scammer and a fraud. And I'm very sure he will continue being a liar and a scammer and a fraud. Because those liars and scammers and frauds, they never stop lying to people and fooling people and scamming people, those disgusting shit humans. Then this liar, Evildea, will say he was dancing at the line. He will always say something like that. He will say that they are not scammers. He will say they're not scammers, they're not frauds. Or he will say that, oh, they were near from being frauds, but they were not frauds. You are a fucking liar, a disgusting shit human who is supporting the liars and the scammers. Some fucking disgusting shit human.
Stickly. And why do I say dancing along the line? Because...
Why you say that? Because you're a fucking liar. You say that because you're a fucking liar, a disgusting human who's defending the liars and the scammers. And because you're part of this language learning scam community, you fucking disgusting shit human.
At his peak, at that time, he was dancing along the line of being a fraud, realistically. And why do I say dancing along the line? Because did he actually reach fluency in any of these languages? Maybe for French, maybe for Japanese, it's hard to say, okay? I assume he's fluent in French now, but he was selling courses in multiple locations.
He's not fluent in Japanese or French, and you're a liar.
That was fluency in any of these languages? Maybe for French, maybe for Japanese, it's hard to say, okay? I assume he's fluent in French now, but he was selling courses in multiple locations that was selling the idea, hi, I've been learning so many languages for so many years. I speak 10 languages. He leaves speak up to you guys to figure out what that means, but most people assume it means, at least a high ability or fluent in a language, and then attaches the word fluent in all of his marketing material. He's literally got a PDF file, a PDF ebook that he sells that says Fluency Made Easy. At least I believe that was the name of the title. We can check that in a moment. But anyway, the point being is that he's relying on you guys to fill in the blanks and not question it. So you hear 10 languages, you think, holy crap, he speaks so many languages at such a high level, okay, and he sells fluency. But if we look at this, we don't have any content that shows that he actually reached fluency in 10 languages.
Liars, same like you, will always defend liars and scammers and making up lies and bullshit. He was pretending to be fluent or high level or good at 10 languages, and he was selling some products that is a lie and a scam. He is a liar and a scammer, you disgusting human. But because you are some fucking disgusting shit human who's defending liars and scammers, then you will also make up some bullshit lies, some fucking disgusting human.
So you hear 10 languages, you think, holy crap, he speaks so many languages at such a high level, okay, and he sells fluency. But if we look at this, we don't have any content that shows that he actually reached fluency in 10 languages, or even half that, or even 2 languages besides English. Now, maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe he'll drop a video tomorrow where he'll just, do all these unscripted conversations and completely prove me wrong. At which point, if he does do that, I will drop a video apologizing profusely. But at this stage, I'm saying, and I believe that, he's dancing along the line, okay? He's right on that line. But I cannot say he is actually a fraud because, well, he didn't make promises saying he was fluent in all these languages.
He didn't make promises. Yeah, fuck you, motherfucker, man. You fucking disgusting trash human who is supporting liars and scammers. You fucking piece of shit trash human who is defending liars and scammers. Trash human. Disgusting piece of shit.
That, he's dancing along the line, okay? He's right on that line. But I cannot say he is actually a fraud because, well, he didn't make promises saying he was fluent in all these languages. You guys filled that in. Okay, so that is the final assessment. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If there's anyone else that you want me to...
Disgusting piece of shit, trash human, liar, scammer supporter. You disgusting piece of shit. He say he's exposing the fake polyglot YouTubers, but in reality he's defending them and he is a liar. Fucking disgusting shit human. He lie about how good they speak the different languages, and same time he will also say that they are not scammers and they're not frauds, even if they are scammers and frauds. Then look here also in the comments what someone said here. Fun fact about Ikenna, I bought the ebook he was selling when I was a kid and was much more delusional about language learning, and buying his book and seeing it was mostly garbage made me start to view YouTube polyglots more critically. Someone here said that he bought the book from Ikenna and it was garbage. It was some useless shit garbage. Someone here said that he bought the ebook from Ikenna and it was some useless shit and garbage. Then this disgusting human Evildea will say that Ikenna is not a fraud. Fucking shit liar. Evildea, piece of shit trash human. And here he says, also I find it slightly nefarious to say you speak a language when you know you are not fluent. I notice he says he speaks a language when he knows the very basics. Of course that's speaking, but that's not what we would assume he means, especially if he is positioning himself as a professional. And also he don't speak very basic in all the languages. There are many languages that he cannot speak at all. Many of the languages he cannot speak them at all. Then he just write down a script and practice a script to make some fake edited videos reading a script. You can see someone here say that the book he bought from Ikenna, the ebook, was some garbage. So he's selling something that is garbage and useless, and when many people buy something that is garbage and useless, and Ikenna was selling that based on a lie. Ikenna was lying, pretending that he can speak 10 languages and that he knows something about language learning, so he can sell that book. And then when people don't get anything from that book and he sell it to many people and make many thousands or millions of dollars from this, and beside of that he also sells some courses and other things, that is a scam. And then this son of a bitch Evildea will say that Ikenna is not a scammer, and he say the same about this Gabriel Polyglotta, and the same about Lindy Boutis, and also the same about Kazoo languages. He will actually say that this Gabriel Polyglotta and also Lindy Boutis, he will say that they are real polyglot and say good things about them when they are fake liars and scammers. And then also this Kazoo languages is fake liar and a scammer, and then he will say that he's not a scammer. And then also the same with this Ikenna is a scammer, but then Evildea will say that he's not a scammer, because Evildea is a fucking disgusting shit human, fucking piece of trash human. Some fucking useless shit human. Look at this fucking abnormal, sick human. Disgusting piece of shit, you dirty shit human who is a liar and defending the liars and the scammers. You fucking disgusting shit human, Evildea, who are defending the liars and the scammers, and you're lying about them and saying that they're not scammers or they're not fraud. Even they are liars, scammers and frauds and fake. And also some of the polyglot YouTubers that are fake, then you say that they're legit. You fucking disgusting shit human, you fucking trash human.